Hey there folks, John here. So I'm still waiting on my Switch pre-order. I got a little notification from Target today that my Switch is going to be delayed until Monday, which is awesome, especially since I paid for release date delivery. So, lesson learned, never pre-order anything from Target ever again, but I did get another thing in the mail. About 9 months ago or so, I actually ordered or I saw a Kickstarter online for something that sounded really interesting, and that was the NES Famicom Visual Compendium. Now this is a Kickstarter that was originally asking like 20,000 or 25,000 pounds, and ended up like just absolutely destroying that goal, and ended up getting like 190,000 pounds or something like that. So they kept on adding a bunch of extras, and it's actually really cool. And I finally got mine in yesterday, actually, which was pretty sweet. It came all the way from Europe. And basically what this is this is kind of like a tribute art book thing. You can actually kind of see this got this lentacular cover, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, basically this is a tribute book to everything NES and Famicom. So, that's what I'm going to be reviewing today. And, I'll see you after the break. Alright, so this thing, this is the NES Famicom Visual Compendium. And basically, this was a Kickstarter project that I saw last June. It was featured on Kotaku and some other gaming sites. And being the NES fan that I am, hence the large stack of NES things, I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and drop what ended up being about 25-30 bucks on it once the currency conversion was finished. And I was absolutely not disappointed. What this is this is basically a tribute book to everything NES and Famicom. So this is actually over 500 pages of full-page spreads of artwork and descriptions and interviews with people, and it's just a really, really cool book. So just to give you a little background about the Kickstarter, I think I heard about this like a day after it went live back in June of 2016, and it wanted like 25,000 pounds was the goal, and it just completely smashed that goal within like 48 hours or something, and ended up they raised about 190,000 pounds to get this thing. So there's all kinds of extras with it. So before I get into that, I'll show you what the extras I got with it that were just kind of added on for me. First, you have this this chiptune soundtrack by Chibi Tech. It's called Psychosomatic Generation, and actually that's what the music that's playing underneath the video is from. Actually, really good soundtrack, or not really a soundtrack since it didn't come from a game, but really, really good album. Definitely worth checking out. And then they also included this little Famicom guy sticker, which is pretty sweet. I haven't figured out what I'm going to stick this on yet, but I'll do something with it. But, on to the main event. So, I got my book, and it was actually packaged really well, and it's got this cool lentacular cover. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if the camera will read it, but basically the pictures on the front change depending on the angle of the light, which is pretty cool. And it's this hardback cover, and then you slide it out here and take the cover off, and then you've got this really cool book. Now mine's a soft cover, and my only regret in getting this thing is that I didn't get the hardcover version. I really probably should have just sprung for the extra 10 pounds, you know, $12, whatever it ends up being, and just done it, because this thing looks fantastic, and I'm a little afraid that it's going to get messed up being a soft cover. But just to give you guys an idea, I'll put in some close-ups of it in the actual video itself, but just to give you guys an idea, this is 500 pages of just crazy tons of NES stuff. So like, let's see if I can find a good one here. Like, here you go. This is a fun one. This is the entire map from Dragon Quest, or not the entire map, but it's a gigantic spread of part of the map from Dragon Quest, which is pretty sweet. And you've got some other stuff in here, like Adventure Island. This is one of my personal favorites, so that's actually a really good one. And the quality of the print in this book is just incredible. Like, I was not expecting it to be this high resolution for basically what amounts to 8-bit images. Now you've got this like Mike Tyson's Punch-Out thing right here, which is great, but it also has a centerfold of, and that actually goes out the other way too, but I can't hold it up that way, of little Mac training and riding the bicycle with the coach. So there's all this kind of stuff in here, and it's just a really cool book. They included interviews. They even included a section, if I can find it, for homebrew, NES homebrew. And here's the page for Mega Man 3 from Snake Man's level, which of course is awesome. And then this little blurb about the game. This one's actually an interview with Kinji Inafune, who's the creator of Mega Man, which is pretty sweet. That they're able to include in there. I'm trying to find the homebrew. So this is the these are some Japan-only ones that they feature. You got the nice little gold page. So you've got a Zelda, the Hyrule Fantasy right there, which is pretty cool. So yeah, you've got a ton of stuff. I think this is actually a little featurette. Yeah, this is an interview with Kevin Bayliss, which is actually pretty sweet. I already read this one already about Rare, and you know, I'm a huge Rare fan. Like, Rare is my favorite company, period. I was playing Rare games long before I even knew what Rare was. So, you know, that's a whole section on Rare in there. It's just a really cool book, and with 500 pages, it's going to take me a long time to get through this thing, and I'm totally excited. It's a totally cool book. If you get a chance to get one, I'm not sure they're selling them anymore outside the Kickstarter. I'm sure that they are. And I'll put a link to the Kickstarter page down in the description. But if you get a chance to get it, really, really cool book. Definitely get the hardback edition if you can. And if you like the NES, this is probably the best compilation book that I've seen so far in terms of image quality and quality of the content. So that's about all I got for this time. Yeah, that's about it. So if you guys like that, if you want to see more, I do product reviews, I do restoration videos. I make CDs fall over. And I do product reviews, I do restoration videos, I do all kinds of other stuff on this channel. So if you want, just give me a like, or like this video if you want, and then subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a great night.